Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another SLG Meetup. Alvaro here. How are you all doing today? Now, you want to know what it takes to build one of the most incredible homes in the UK? Well, we have the founder and managing director at multi-award winning company Meadway Group, which is a development firm that specializes on new build, refurbished, and restoration projects. And this includes apartments, homes, schools. He has done it all. It's a very great guy. Simon is going to be joining us today. Lots of value to learn from him. Simon, my friend, how are you?
Alvaro, very well. How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal. Good seeing you.
And good to see you too. Well,
Look at your painting next to you. There you go.
fantastic introduction. Very kind, very kind.
No, of course. And you're back from an amazing trip, back into the UK, back into reality.
Unfortunately, yeah. No, it's all good. I was over in Dubai for a while, and great trip, fantastic place, fantastic market as well, fantastic property.
That's for sure. I mean, I've seen it all, and right now I gotta tell you that you're bringing lots of value from Dubai to the UK because you have a few tremendous projects going on. And I wanted to ask you, before we get into what you're currently working on and how you see the UK developing, and there's one tagline that you use, which I love it. It's like giving the past a future.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
phenomenal. I love it. So I think that right now a lot of people are looking into the past and they don't know what to do next. You are the type of person that grabs something that might not look so good and transform it into something beautiful. And I wanted to just pull up something quickly here because you are Mr. Awards. I mean, your company has been winning all kind of awards in the UK, and I find that tremendous. So tell us a little bit about your story and how did that passion for transforming, and building properties into what you're doing today happen?
Wow. So I guess the story started 20 years ago. I was actually an estate agent here, just outside of Southwest London. Always loved property, love architecture. I always knew that I wanted to be a property developer. I guess I'm doing the job that I always wanted to do. And I started off as an estate agent to get to know the ropes, to understand the property market, the legal side of things, transactions, etc. And then started a couple of years later, very, very small, as all property developers and construction companies generally do. Started buying very, very small properties, I guess giving the past the future, the tagline that you just said. And I guess the trajectory to where we are today, where we've grown the company to, it's been an interesting ride.
Yeah. No, it's a great trajectory, and I love what you guys have been working on. And most recently, you have a beautiful property that you just finished for over £4 million. It's this one right here.
Yeah.
I was trying to play a video, but I'm not sure if it will play. Ah, there we go.
Oh wow! It's working.
Beautiful. Look at it.
Great. Yeah. Now it's a very, very special home.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a very special home. Very special home. That's just outside of London, 30 minutes from central London, in a fantastic village called Cobham. Most of your listeners may not have heard of it, but it's a commuter belt into central London. It's a fantastic road, private estate, just around 7,000 square foot, and internal area for those who talk in square feet. And it's a new one for me. It's got a bit of a Mediterranean style, so that's a very pretty house. Very pretty.
No, that's fantastic home, and that definitely shows up exactly the quality of work that you guys do. And I really like that you are so varied, that you focus on transforming those homes into something else. Now, what's the purpose behind?
Well, my company's quite diverse. So our roots were started as property developers. So buying land, building houses and apartments and selling them on the open market. And we still do a great deal of that today across central London, almost like a pizza slice coming out of central London, Belgravia, Knightsbridge, Chelsea, coming all the way down through to the southwest. And the roots, as I say, were property development. But 7 years ago, I decided on a Monday morning, after having been approached by many private clients, businesses, architects, etc., asking if I would build for them. But that was a completely different business structure to the structure I had been working on for so long. A property developer is very different to a construction company generally. So I started a construction company, and it just went crazy. And from there, we have built many mansions.
Correct. No, that's great. And Simon, let me ask you, what has been one of the most interesting projects of your career, you will say?
We've had some fantastic clients. I guess most recently, building a school in central London was a new one for me. That was on the King's Road, for those who know where that is. That was an interesting project. That was obviously commercial. Building a hotel was a real experience as well. But each project's different. You know, everything we do is unique.
I feel you on that one. Now, with this year being a little bit different, let's say, right? What has been some of the hardest parts in your business?
During the strictest part of the lockdown, we struggled to get certain materials to building sites. We've got up to 15 sites under construction at any one time, spreading from, as I say, central London all the way out. So getting materials was challenging. We had to stop one project because our staff were coming from across London trying to get to another part of London, and COVID was stopping travel. So that was challenging, but you know, we've been really busy. There were just challenges with materials procurement, getting materials from abroad, because we buy a lot of materials from Europe, China. So that was fun, but we got past it. We got past it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've seen that you actually were able to deliver on those projects, so very incredible. Now, I gotta tell you, you've been working with some of the most incredible homes, also hotels, and there's a question that I always ask, you know, about luxury. And from a developer standpoint, like, what really is luxury to you?
Well, I think it was Tom Ford said that luxury to him was, he considered luxury to be time and silence. So I think I'd have to agree with Tom Ford, because time is precious. Silence is equally as precious nowadays when you're this busy. Luxury means something different to everybody, whether that be, you know, being grateful to have a hot cup of coffee in the morning, you know, great friends, great family, all the way through to, you know, working with clients whose ideas of luxury is different for everyone, isn't it? But for me, I think luxury at the moment is time and silence. Like that means a lot.
That's a good one. So we'll agree with Tom, I guess. No, it's a good one, and you know, I think it's also a very valuable point what you just said about perspective. You know, perspective is something that it's very important these days, because it's how you look at things what determines your future, right? So in your case, I mean, I've seen you all traveling, working, getting projects done, you know, excited, positive, and it's all about surrounding yourself with the right people. Now, what is it exactly? Because you always have a smile on your face, you're always positive. What excites you in the morning when you wake up?
Well, Alvaro, I love my work. Like I feel very sorry for people who, you know, wake up every day and don't enjoy going into the office. My father always loved his work. I'm a workaholic. Perhaps it's to my detriment sometimes, but I love my work. So that gets me up and gets me going.
Look, we do whatever makes us happy and gives us that excitement in the morning, but it's important to have that excitement in the morning. If you don't have it, then you start the day off. And
I agree. You're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, during these times, it's critical to find that excitement, that passion. And as you said it, if you have, you know, your business that you're passionate about and you wake up in the morning and thrive through. I also find it very incredible, the latest projects that you've been having, building schools. I think that also is rewarding, you know, like when you see that those schools are going to be hosting all these kids that are going to be learning, like there's something inside that fills you, you know. So I bet that excitement that you have every morning, that's great. Now, for those that are actually not in that space there where they wake up so excited, what will be something that you will recommend?
I'm a big reader. I read a lot. I follow a lot of very, very inspirational business leaders and motivational speakers on Instagram every day. Read lots of books. Individuals such as David Meltzer, Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, I think his tag,
Yeah,
Jay Shetty,
good ones.
you know, just some of the, you know, some of those guys just keep you going and keep you motivated. And what I love about all of those guys is that they talk about failures in life, because it would be wrong to, you know, to state that all business is pure success. Everybody's had failures.
No, definitely. I think that these days we can have so much negativity in front of us, but also so much positivity. So it's all
I
about
agree.
what you're looking at. And I
Yeah, it's
think
all
that,
perspective.
yeah, exactly, perspective. And I really like the individuals that you mentioned. I actually follow the three of them.
Oh, do
And
you?
yeah, and one of them that you mentioned, Gary V, I really like one of the things that you mentioned about looking at your failures as an opportunity to
Yeah,
overcome the
absolutely.
difficulties and become better. So
Of course.
another thing that he touches on a lot, which is, you know, social media exposure, communication. How have you been adapting in regards to that?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, Instagram has been phenomenal for our business. The amount of clients that have just approached us just over social media. We don't advertise as a company. I think we took out one advert many years ago. I mean, it looked great in the magazine, but it isn't something that we carried on doing. Power of social media now for business is just, and I think it's mainly in the last 12 months for us. I've just seen it just go crazy in
Right.
12 months.
Everybody right now, it's in front of the phone.
Of
And
course, of
it's
course.
a great tool to have that exposure
A- a-
immediately.
And I think if you're not utilizing social media, if you're not making the most of it, you're missing out. You'll get left behind.
I think that, you know, it's very important to be able to build relationships out of this kind of technologies, which is something that a few years ago, nobody would really imagine it. And right now, it's just the regular thing, you know, we're having actually a conversation live
Yeah,
here, and it's
yeah, yeah,
beautiful. And a
yeah.
lot of people can get the value out of it. So, Simon, just any exciting projects that you have coming up or anything that you would like to share?
Wow. We've got a lot going on. We've got a lot coming up. We just launched 8 fantastic apartments in Southwest London. Very strong market here in the UK. Small apartments in, you know, prime locations. I'm very excited about that. We launched them on the weekend, and we sold a couple of those, which was fantastic.
Nice.
We're just finishing 2 large mansions, which we'll be putting photos up. My team will be putting up on Instagram shortly. Yeah, we've got lots going on. You know, 2021 is going to be incredibly busy. And I forgot to say that, you know, your enthusiasm as well is very encouraging. You know, watching you every day, watching your stories go live. You know, you're also a passionate guy who's always got a smile on his face as well. So I do enjoy watching you. I forgot to say that.
Thank
But
you.
you know, but 2021, no, it's set to be very, very exciting, and some very, very interesting, luxurious projects coming up.
Beautiful. I can't wait to see you make the jump all the way to Miami. Let's go.
Yeah, maybe soon, maybe soon.
Amazing. Well, Simon, stay warm. Anything else that you would like to share? I mean, I will put all the comments and information about where can they reach you, but I think you said it right. Instagram is the way to go.
Yeah, yeah,
Anywhere
that's
else
right.
they can find you, your website?
Yeah, website. Instagram's the best place to reach us. We get a lot of messages. We get through them, so please do contact us if you see anything that inspires you, anything that you like. Please do let us know. But no, I really appreciate you taking the time to speak to me. I'm very grateful. It's very kind of you, and I've very much enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, Simon. The pleasure is mine. And obviously, I think that everybody that was tuning in found great value and inspiration from hearing you today. And,
Great.
you know, wishing you always the best. I hope to see you soon, if not in the UK, here in Miami, or who knows, maybe in Dubai.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Thanks, Alvaro. Good to speak with you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye now. Bye.
All right, guys. That was Simon from the Meadway Group. Great guy, super humble and hardworking, and, you know, very successful. So, as he said, you know, it's important to stay excited, find what excites you every morning, you know, while keeping in line everything that is going to make your business successful. So I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. And if you have any questions, you can always drop them in the comments. You can always write us, and, you know, happy to go through that. So as I always say, thank you very much for joining today. My name is Alvaro, and I wish you a beautiful day.